Welcome back to the show. I'm so excited today to be joined by someone who has mastered the literal and metaphorical long game. She is a marathoner who didn't just finish the race. She crushed her own limits by shaving a massive 24 minutes off her marathon time. She is the powerhouse founder behind Amy's Balancing Act, where she's helping women everywhere reclaim their strength, their confidence, and their miles. Whether she's coaching runners to their next PR, scaling a thriving business, or keeping it 100% real for her massive community on TikTok, she is the ultimate blueprint for what it looks like to juggle it all without losing yourself in the process. She's a coach, an entrepreneur, a mother, and a total force on the pavement. Please join me in welcoming the one and only Amy Gougler. First of all, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You are amazing. I think so much of you. I really do. It's not even like as a friend, but as a fan. I think so much of you. So I really appreciate you being here today. For someone who does not know you, very few people who do not follow you, how do you describe what you do? And more so like your business side of it.
Okay, so I generally say that I am a running coach, and for lack of a better word, a running influencer. I don't always love the word influencer because it kind of sounds a little pretentious, but that's what it is.
I was going to say, you do influence.
That's what it is. I put myself and the things that I love out there, and I influence people to, whether it's like products and brands, I influence them to buy it, or workouts, I influence them to, get out there and run or get a workout done.
Yes.
And then as a running coach, I literally work with clients all over the world, and I get to do it straight from my house. And I design plans for them to reach their goals, whether that's like just they're brand new getting into running, or if they're setting out to try and qualify for the Boston Marathon.
So with what you do, especially when you're talking with people like all over, how does that work? Do you do like check-ins during the day with them? Do you have like just set calls throughout the week?
So I have a platform. It is, I didn't design it. I'm not that cool, but it's called VDOT. And it is a platform where I can put in their workouts, and my clients can go in and write comments on their workouts. So I read them every single day, and I'm responding to those. And then once a month or every other month, just depending on the plan that my client has, we will meet via Zoom. And it's usually a 30 to 45 minute meeting, just to go over everything they've done, questions they have, what's coming up, changes they need to make to their schedules, and things like that.
That's incredible. Like, I'm not over it. Like, I'm just not over, like, just all that you do. I can't wait. We're going to keep diving in. I just can't. So what was the very first spark or the why that made you lace up your shoes and start running?
Okay, so this is actually a funny story.
I love a funny story.
I was a senior in college, and so backstory, I grew up doing competitive cheer. I started when I was in 5th grade, and I cheered all the way through college, and I got to my junior year of college, decided to stop cheering. And I was like, what am I going to do now? Like, what am I going to do? I still need goals. Like, my goals all revolved around cheer, around tumbling, around everything like that. So I became a fitness instructor. And then my senior year, I was like, I'm going to run a half marathon just so that I can say I did that.
Just add it to my resume.
No other reason. I heard that somebody had done one, and I was like, I want to say I did that. And so I did. As a 21-year-old, I went out and I trained and I ran my first marathon. I did the Rock and Roll San Antonio.
As one does.
Yes. One of my best friends was living in San Antonio. So, obviously I bumped a night on her couch. Of course. And joke's on me because I actually fell in love with it. And I didn't run another one until the next year. I actually ran that same exact race the following year.
Okay.
And then after that, I just kept going and I kept signing up for races. And here we are. I think I actually don't know how many halves I've run. I know it's over 50. So it was simply because I wanted to say that I did that.
And then here you are.
And I did that.
It's like a love story.
It is.
It's like, it was just supposed to be one date.
Joke's on me. Together forever.
Yeah, now it's a thing. Wow, that's really cool. I love how you were just kind of like, I'll just do it.
I just want to do
just
it.
for funsies. So why wait? Why did you wait a year in between? Was it just like
So I graduated,
that's important?
and then I got married.
You were doing things.
Yes.
You
So
were
that
doing
was
things.
November of 2009. I graduated in December of 2009. I got married in April of 2010.
Okay.
And so I think it was just like a lot of life happening. And then I was still teaching fitness classes, even though I also started a job. You know, it was a lot of life happening.
You were like in the transitional period
Yes.
of like, okay, we're out of school, we're moving into like whatever this means,
Yeah.
like real like adult life.
Apparently I was a grown-up then. Like,
God.
jokes on me, I wasn't a
I'm
grown-up.
like, I'm still not.
I'm not. 100% not a
Isn't
grown-up.
that funny how we look at people, you know, when we're kids in their 30s, I'm like, they know what they're doing.
Oh, they totally do. Just like our moms. Our moms knew everything. I'm like, the number of times my kids ask me something and I'm like, well, let me ask my mom.
Hold on, let me call the boss and talk.
let me call a person who actually knows what she's doing.
Like the super real adults. Walk us through a typical marathon training Tuesday. Like from the moment the alarm goes off to the moment you hit the pillow, how do you structure your coaching calls, your content, and own miles around family life?
Whew, okay.
No big feet, right?
No, yeah, it's great. So let's pretend we're in the normal part of Houston life where it is so hot that I have to wake up early to run. I'm not quite there yet. I think I have like a couple more weeks. My alarm usually goes off around 4:45 or 5 a.m. because once I'm running in the morning, you have to get out there before the sun comes up. And with 3 tiny humans to get ready every day, you also have to get done before their alarms go off.
Right.
So between 4:45 and 5, I'll wake up, get ready for my run, scarf a little bit of food down because I do not run on an empty stomach.
We need to come back to that.
Yes, definitely. I could talk about fueling all day. And then I'll hit the ground running, literally. My workouts are usually, if I'm training for a full marathon, honestly, my workouts are probably an hour plus. Tuesdays are speed days, and so speed workouts are usually a little bit longer because you got to warm up, you got to cool down, you got to rest in between sets. But my kids' alarms go off at 6:25.
Okay, so you have this like well-oiled machine going. So you're like, I need to walk back through that door.
Yes, I need to be back home by 6:30.
Okay.
This is what my husband works from home mostly, so I have the benefit of knowing that
Amazing.
he is home with them while I'm out there. So once I'm home, 6:30, it's time to flip the switch. I'm making lunches, getting the 2 big kids ready for school. We leave at 7:10 to go walk them down to the bus stop. Back in the house by 7:20, 7:25, and then it's time to flip to get the little one ready. Luckily, he usually has an easy morning, so I'll actually let him watch a show and stuff. And this is when, if I need to get a strength workout in, I get my strength done between the bus stop and taking Bo. Yes, so that way it's done. Because, I mean, you've got like an hour and a half.
Right. So you did your run.
Yes.
You did the kids.
Yes.
And then you're like, what's one more?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, that's amazing though. But this is a part of the marathon training. This is a part of
exactly.
That's incredible.
I try to strength train when I'm in a marathon training cycle a minimum of 2 days a week. It's easier to get it done on a run day because you got to rest on your rest days, like truly let your body recover. So sometimes doubling up is just the way to get it done. And then I'll take Bo to school around 9, and then I come home, and that's when I flip into Coach Amy, and this is when I'll have my client calls. Every day is a little bit different. It kind of just depends on my schedule. So some days I'll have like 6 calls, and I'm completely exhausted by the end. And some days I'll only have like 2 or 3, which is ideal if you ask me.
Yeah.
And then the kids get home at 3:30, and from there we are immediately in after school sports mode because my kids swim, they play baseball.
Y'all don't quit.
No, there's...
And why would you? It's beautiful.
Yes, exactly. So kids go to bed at 8 o'clock, and you better believe I am in my bed at 8:30 watching a show, probably asleep by 9:15.
Wow.
Because I love sleep.
I can relate to that. I
Yes.
love sleep. I don't get people who are like, I don't
No.
sleep. I can't sleep. I'm like, Oh, I love me and sleep have a relationship.
Same. Like less than 7 hours of sleep does not look good on me.
Isn't that crazy? Like, I agree with you.
Yeah.
For me, not
No,
you.
yeah.
Like, you're the worst.
No, it does
me.
not look good on me. Trust me. Even as my husband, I'm such a...
So you make time for you and your goals and your big goals and your small goals for the day.
Yes.
You come in like a freaking superhero and take care of everyone. And you take care of others around you by your training people. All that you do.
Well, thank you. It does help. I will say this. I have to give my husband props. He is a partner in all of this. He's
snaps for partners.
Yeah, right? Seriously.
Yes.
He doesn't let me do anything, let's be real. But for lack of a better word, like he encourages me. There we go.
And
he
supports.
encourages me and supports me in doing all of this. I mean, he's the one out there cheering me on at my races, but he's the one that says like, no, go get what you need to do done. He'll help me out in the mornings if I'm running behind.
Yeah.
And he's like, we're tag teaming after school activities and everything. So I could not do it without his support. So
Love that. We love him.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good. And I love that you just have all of these things that you do throughout the day. And the way you have such a timing for each thing, I'm over here taking mental notes. I'm like, okay, I could do it.
If it's not on my calendar, if it's not scheduled in, it doesn't happen. So everything has to be dun, 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 dun.
Yes. I feel like I always joke that I want the same hours as Beyonce, but I'm wondering now if I want the same hours as you. Like, I just need to schedule. That's what I need.
Just write it in there.
So think back to your very first marathon, your college marathon.
Okay.
What was your biggest, I had no idea what I was doing moment during that race?
Oh my gosh.
Because there has to be one.
Oh yeah.
You did it for
without
like
a doubt.
the plot.
No, literally. I mean, I went into this, I don't even remember, like the shoes I had were just random, running shoes. I didn't get fitted for them. They were pretty color at the store.
Yeah, that's how I pick
And they
shoes.
were on sale. Let's be real. I was in college. They were on sale.
Yes.
I was wearing like cottony capris.
Not breathable.
No. Oh my gosh, no. And I'm running in Texas. Like, who am I? I don't think I fueled at all during that race.
Okay.
And like looking back, I wish I could be like, oh, baby Amy, like, let me teach you my ways. And I mean, I did really well. Like, I don't remember my exact time, but I finished in like 2 hours and 5-ish minutes, right? So a lot of times people's like goal is to get like that sub 2 hour half marathon. And so I did it like, I wasn't slow by any means, but to think of like if I had actually known more, I could have done a lot better. I did train. I will say that. I put in the work. I woke up. I got my runs in. I remember running around College Station thinking I was so cool.
You were.
But yeah, there was definitely a moment around like mile 10 that I was like, this is really hard. And then I crossed the finish line and I'm pretty sure I like almost peed myself because I was so happy to be done running that my muscles were like, they were just done. I like was like, what is happening to me? Because at this point I hadn't had kids. I didn't know what that was like.
Well.
Right, exactly. It's way different. Yeah, I mean, there were definitely moments looking back that I'm like, if I knew then what I knew now.
Right.
And I had the youthful body that my 21-year-old self, man, I could have gone far.
Yeah, we could take over the world now if we
Right.
had all the information we had plus.
Exactly. I will say though, like women tend to peak in running later in life. It really
us
is
more.
us like in our like late 30s, early 40s, like women, first of all, we all know we're badasses. So,
Absolutely.
I mean, I truly believe that after women have children, if they choose to have them, they're so much stronger. So much stronger. And it's a mental toughness that makes us stronger and able to run harder and push through, because running is actually 75% mental, 25% physical. So it's all about like training the brain.
I needed that.
Yes.
I needed that. So you're saying is there's still time for
Oh
me?
my gosh, yes, yes. I mean, I ran my fastest marathon when I was 38 years old.
Which is still young, but I get what you're saying. we young forever.
Yes.
I had this thought when you said mile 10.
Yes.
First of all, I had to take a breath. My second thought was, can you explain like what is the miles of a marathon and a half marathon? Like what are the
Yes.
for people who don't know?
Yes. So a half
Aren't
marathon
runners yet.
is 13.1 miles.
Okay.
So a full marathon, double that, 26.2 miles. And don't forget the 0.2. because it's the hardest part of the whole thing.
We've done 26.
Yes.
That point 2.
Yes.
Which is where you say, I'm sure the mental toughness comes in way before that. But once again,
Oh, yeah.
you got to be like, we got this.
We got this.
Can I ask what you tell yourself at that moment?
I am strong. I am capable. I can do hard things. That is my mantra that I will repeat in my head over and over again. It's what I have my daughter repeat after me when we're running together. It's just you have to remind yourself that you are strong. You are capable, because you start to think you're not, and you can't do hard things.
But you're so capable.
So capable, but you have to dig deep. Like really deep. Really deep
Like we are
sometimes.
digging a deep, deep hole. I've seen your running videos where you pull out snacks. Here we are. We got to talk about fuel.
Yes.
How did you learn to do that? Through trial and error, or was it research? Like, how did you get to that fueling point where now it's like
Yes.
science for you?
It's a little bit of both. Okay, so starting out, when I decided to run my first full marathon, so this is a few years after I did my half marathon. So we're fast forwarding to 2013.
Take us back.
I joined a running club. I lived in the city, and this running club met at Memorial Park. It was so fun, and I learned so much from running with other runners that had been doing it for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
And each running group kind of had like a coach, a leader, if you will. And that was when I learned how important fueling is in the running process.
So like you showed up and everyone else has a backpack full of snacks and you're like, hold on, wait.
Who brought this? Did you bring these for me? Like, what's going on?
Are we having a picnic?
Yeah. So at the beginning, we start out with lower mileage, right? So as you build on your training plan, your mileage gets higher and higher. And so every week they kind of give you more and more information and what to expect the following week.
Okay, great.
Yes. And then
I love a handhold.
Same girl. And then the head coach of the running club, if you will, he would send out weekly emails with like our distance, the routes, in case you got lost, because I did that once. True story. And then you would know based on your distance and based on what you talked with your group leader, like how much fuel you would need. Now, I will say this, even then, I didn't fuel entirely properly.
Mm-hmm.
I think as a young 20-something female, you have this mindset of running and I'm doing this to like look good, right? So you're thinking about the calorie deficit and you're thinking, oh, well, I don't want to take too much in because I'm trying to, to get the deficit so that I can, lose weight and be small. Just being realistic. That's how, that was like my mindset sometimes.
I appreciate that.
And again, if I could go back and talk to that Amy, man, her race would have gone a lot differently if she had just eaten a little bit more, because you got to eat to run, because food is fuel, period. Hard stop, right?
Yes.
I finished, my goal was to get a sub 4-hour marathon. And I finished in 4 hours and 52 seconds. And that 52 seconds haunted me for like a solid decade.
Really?
Yes. I didn't break the 4-hour marathon until 10 years later. And I truly believe that if I had fueled properly, it would have been a game changer. So fast forward some more years, I've quit my corporate job. I worked as a personal trainer. And in doing that, you have to get certified. You have to get continuing education credits. So I'm learning more and more about fitness and how to like properly fuel your body, right? So in doing research, I learn more about that and I start fueling more and getting faster.
Wow.
Yes.
So you in real time were seeing it happen.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's a lot of trial and error though. And I learned that also the hard way. Like, so I ran Chicago in 2024. And around mile 23, I got really dizzy and I struggled through those last 3 miles, like really struggled.
Yeah.
I was trying to keep my eyelids open. I was slowing down. I felt fatigued. And when I crossed the finish line, like I was very close to passing out.
And this was before you were fueling. Is that what?
No, this is a couple years ago, and I was fueling.
Wow.
Very well. At that point, I was fueling every 45 minutes, and I was taking in probably 30 grams of carbs every 45 minutes. But turns out, I actually physically, as a person, need more because it's different for every person.
Wow.
So I actually did some testing last summer. I did a lactate threshold testing and I did a calories per hour testing and realized that I need closer to like 80 grams of carbs an hour.
Because of the running, because of
the way that my body metabolizes things. So I have a faster metabolism than others, which is a great thing. I'm very thankful for it.
I'm super happy for you.
Right? It's great. But having a fast metabolism means that you in turn metabolize things faster, right? So I'm going through those carbs at a faster rate. And as you run faster, you also need to take more carbs. So in Chicago, I was taking in a number of carbs for about a 4-ish hour marathon probably, and I ran a 350. So like it makes a difference. Like there is a true science behind it. And I mean, it takes running for quite a while to kind of figure it out, I think.
Well, yeah. As a part of your clients, as part of coaching your clients, do you help them figure that out? Do you recommend they do this testing as well? Like, how do you?
I mean, if they have troubles the way that I did, I will recommend getting tested 100% because there is nothing fun about feeling like you're going to pass out and trying to hold your eyelids open in the middle
especially
of a
when
marathon.
You've worked so hard.
Yes, exactly. You train for months. You train for months for one day.
Yeah.
But in my coaching, I do go through, I train them in nutrition. I have them practice their fueling in their long run. They start fueling and I pretty much tell my clients, okay, here we go. Now it's a game. Like, let's see what works and what doesn't work. Fuel between 30 and 45 minutes, see what your body can handle. Because your body doesn't always handle food while you're running, right?
Right.
Sometimes it's vehemently against it. And you got to figure out what works and what doesn't work. So you have to train it.
I'm so glad people have you though, while they're figuring things out for you to kind of say, hey, well, let's try this or let's go with this because you have the experience.
Yes. And I think like if I had my own running coach when I was younger, it would have been a game changer. I think it would have been things would have gone a lot differently.
Right. Even though you have to kind of figure out your own body, having someone there to guide you.
Yes. Because you don't know what you don't know.
Right.
So if you don't even know to like trial and error.
I wouldn't know to like pull out a banana on my run. Right. Like at some point I'm just throwing, I don't know.
I mean, bananas are fantastic. If like somebody is handing out bananas on a course, I will take one.
Like I'll just save it for later if I'm not hungry right now.
Let's go.
And so I've seen you in one of your videos. This is a side question.
Yes.
Do you like keep like Pop-Tarts in your bag?
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, so Team Pop-Tart all the way.
Okay.
One other thing about running is you have to really like reset your mindset on food, right? We automatically think that Pop-Tarts are unhealthy. We think Nerds gummy clusters, it's candy, right? That's unhealthy. Well, everything that's in a Pop-Tart is exactly what you need to run. It is high carb, it doesn't have too much fat, and it doesn't have that much protein. On a random Tuesday, is that what you should probably be eating for breakfast? Not necessarily, but before a run, it's perfect. It's very easily digestible fuel. Sometimes I will run and I like the mini Pop-Tart bites. You can put those in your pocket.
A snack.
And you just have a little nom. Peanut butter. I've had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich mid-marathon before. Peanut butter and jelly slaps about halfway through a marathon when you're like really hungry.
Do you run and eat?
Yeah.
Or do you stop?
No, you run and eat.
Oh, that makes sense because time.
Yeah.
Right. Who has time?
I mean, you can take walk breaks.
Yeah. Okay.
Big fan of walk breaks.
What I'm loving about what you're saying is not only are you changing your mindset around air quotes, if you're listening to me, healthy and unhealthy foods.
Yes.
But you're changing your mindset in like what fueling your body looks like, and for different moments having different foods. Like you said, a random Tuesday morning for not a run, maybe not a Pop-Tart.
Yeah.
Balance.
Like, no, I don't eat my Pop-Tarts like
Right.
during the week, even though sometimes I think about them and I really want to eat them because they are such a delight.
You're like, do I need to run? Just so I can like I can
I
excuse
just
them.
Pop-Tart o'clock.
But it's about balance.
Yes, exactly.
Plug Amy's balancing act.
It's always a little bit about balance, right?
Yeah, and I just think that that's great that you have that mindset and that you're able to share that with people, because it's so many people who fear those foods or
Yes, exactly. It goes back to 20-year-old Amy running her first half marathon thinking that she didn't really need fuel because she was trying to be in a calorie deficit. No, let's not do that.
right.
Because also, like, early 2000s. So I think we had just
Dark
a different
days.
mindset in general.
It's true. And now I feel like there's more focus on health.
Yes.
And I think that and balance. And I think that is so awesome.
Yes. And I think this also is a good way to show the positive power of social media, because I know that we tend to look at social media and see a lot of negatives, but there are a lot of positives too. I follow and have become friends with several women that are nutritionists, and I am learning this information also from them. Like I see what they're sharing, and I'm like, this is what I need to tell my clients, right? And we didn't have that back when I first started running. So I didn't have just random people on the internet to give me information that, I was looking for.
Right. Dark days.
Yeah, dark days.
You recently shared about shaving off 24 minutes off your marathon time.
Yes.
Wow. Comparing that to your first finish line to your most recent one, what is the biggest shift in how you approach the 26.2 miles today, physically and mentally? I mean, we've kind of touched on that, but like shaving off that time, like, oh my gosh.
I have learned a lot, to say the least. Like I said, I really went into that first one not knowing at all what I know now. One of the reasons I actually did this testing last summer was because I was actually a really good friend of mine. Pretty much, she said she was thinking about trying to qualify for Boston, and I was like, I can do it too. Like, I can do that too. Why can't I do it?
I love that mindset.
But it was because of her talking to me about that and even encouraging me to try it, that I decided to go for it myself. And so I had to dig. Like, it wasn't just about following the motions. The first one, you show up to run club, you do the runs that the coach has on the plan. And this time it was true dedication. It was, getting my own coach, because coaches need coaches too.
Oh, I love that.
Yes. I mean, we don't know everything. We are all different, and every person has different things that they can bring to the table. So I got my own coach, and I followed her plan. And then in doing that, and this is something I think a lot of people come to me for, is you have a different sort of accountability, right? You want your coach to be proud of you. I can schedule my own runs, and sure, I'll be like proud of myself,
right?
But like, I don't have somebody else like
it hits different.
It does. It hits different.
I do have a side.
Okay.
So
yes.
When you're trying to shave off time, is it just like you're like, I just need to run faster?
It's
is that
funny.
a stupid question? I'm sorry.
No, that's a great question. You actually have to run slower to get faster.
Wait.
Yeah. So it's an 80-20 rule, right? 80% of your runs should be easy. I mean, easy is a very relative word, and I actually prefer the term conversational pace.
Oh, I like that.
Because running is not easy, and even on days you don't want to do it, like, it's even harder, right? So conversation pace is what I call easy pace. Air quotes there for those listening. A conversational pace run is something where your heart rate is lower. If you had a friend with you, you should be able to talk throughout your run. You should be able to have a conversation while you're running. Okay. And that's your easy pace. 80% of your runs should be that. And then the other 20%, this is where you dig. These are your tempo runs where you're hitting what is called like threshold pace. That's a pace that's going to be faster than your marathon and your half marathon time. It's actually the pace that you could hold for about an hour. Okay, is threshold pace. So this is, I mean, it's a challenging pace. And then you also have like interval speed work where you're pushing super fast for, anywhere between like 1 minute and half a mile. Just kind of depends.
Yeah.
So that's just the other 20%. But in order to truly get faster, you have to be able to really push in those faster runs. So the slower runs are even more important. Oftentimes my clients will be like, I just felt really good, and I kind of went faster in that run. I'm like, okay, that's great. I'm so glad that you felt good. But let's take a look at your heart rate. You see how your heart rate is slowly creeping up towards the end of that run? That's where we actually needed to dial back, because what happens is you run in what's called the gray zone. The gray zone is where you you struggle to improve because you're not running slow enough on your slow days to get faster on your fast days.
My mind is blown.
Yeah, it's
my mind is
wild.
blown right now. I feel like I just got a lesson in physics.
So I tell people, so like my marathon pace, I run my easy runs probably close to 90 seconds a mile slower.
Okay. So you're constantly kind of watching.
Yeah, I mean, I look at it. I go a lot based
You know
on
yourself
feel, but
now.
yeah, at this point. But I mean, overall,
That's incredible.
it's about 90 seconds to 2 minutes slower than race pace. It's the goal.
This is why we need a coach, you guys, because I'm like, I need that like thought through for me. But that's incredible. And I had no idea. I would have never thought that.
Yeah, a lot of people just go run. That's what I did.
Right.
For years, that's what I did.
Well, and you know what? Sometimes that's the goal. Like some days I'm just like, just get out and run.
Yes.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
But like when you have goals.
Yes. So that's what makes a difference, right? It's one thing to get out there and run to add to your physical activity. I'm team like, get out there and go no matter what.
Yeah.
But if you are reaching for goals, then you gotta change the strategy a little bit.
Yeah. Whoa. I just like, this is why we're here. Every business has that day one. And we kind of talked about your transition from, corporate to trainer. But what specifically brought you to that formal coaching with Amy's Balancing Act? Were you just like, man, I love this. I want to help other people? Or like, where did that come from?
So when I was a personal trainer, I started coaching some runners at the gym. So I worked at a gym downtown. I had tons of people coming in, right? And so I would occasionally like coach them specifically, usually to run the Houston half marathon or Houston marathon. And it was really fun. Like I enjoyed it. I loved working with runners. And then I left the gym because I moved further out to the suburbs.
Yeah.
Had some more babies. And for a while, I was making plans for my friends. Just because I had several friends post-COVID, like getting into running and wanting to understand it better. So I was making plans for them. And I have a really, really good friend of mine, Rachel. We actually run together once a month. And she was just like, Amy, why are you not doing this? Like, why are you not doing this?
We all need a Rachel in our
Yes,
lives.
we all need a Rachel. And she was the one that was like, take the step, do it, just do it. And fun fact, she actually worked out at the gym that I worked at downtown.
Oh,
so
I love this.
Right. And I guess I officially opened my run coaching business. It'll be 3 years at the beginning of June 1.
I love that. Congratulations.
Thank you. And so, yeah, I went it's RRCA, the Road Runners Coaching Association. Maybe I could have just made that up.
I wouldn't know.
Right? That's what it is.
I'm not here to
now.
correct you.
Yeah, RRCA, I got my run coaching certification through them, and I just kind of ran with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I like that.
Right?
I love that. And I love that you took that leap of faith and decided to like, this is what we're going to do.
Yes.
This is the journey I want to take. Because it can be hard, especially when you're like, okay, we're moving from the city to the suburbs. Like I have more babies. You can feel like, hey, there's a lot going on.
Oh, without a doubt.
But it doesn't also surprise me that your personality, that you're like, what's one more thing?
I just needed something. I need something for me. And I think that's the biggest thing. And that's what running is for me. It's what I do for myself. It's my way to challenge myself. And so in like creating my coaching business, I did it as, a new challenge for me that actually ended up being about others.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
It totally does. And the way that you light up when you're talking about other people's success and coaching and what you do, it just shows like how much it means to you. And it's gorgeous.
Thank you.
It's gorgeous. So when you started coaching, was there a specific missing piece you saw in the running world that you wanted to provide? Is there something you felt like you could provide differently? Or were you like, I mean, everything's great, I just want to be a part of it?
That's a really good question. So I don't know if I saw something missing in the running world as much as I saw something missing in coaching specifically for women.
Oh,
right.
Okay, say more.
Women are not small men. Period. We are not. We are not built the same way as them. And the way that we do things will never we will never get the same results that they get, right? I mean, hell, the way that our bodies feel on a month-to-month basis is different week to week.
Absolutely.
And so I wanted to have like a safe space for my clients even to be able to be like, I had a really hard run today, TMI, but I'm also on my cycle, right? They always say TMI and I joke because I'm like, there is no such thing as
I think it just makes us feel better to say it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, so you know something's about to be said.
Right. But also literally there's no such thing as too much information when it comes to runners or women who have had babies.
Right.
Like,
we need a safe space. We need to be safe with each other.
Exactly. So, and not only that, but also in like postpartum women, our bodies are so different. They're so different. And getting back into running after having a baby is really hard. So I actually have a certification in prenatal and postpartum fitness.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's called the 4th trimester fitness. And so I teach mamas classes. It's like a 2-class, they learn exercises and then they also learn ways to cope with labor and birth. Yeah. And then it's a 6-week postpartum series that teaches moms to reconnect our brains with our core, because at the end of our pregnancy, there's no connection because what's a core?
Right.
You have a human in there. Mm-hmm. And so afterwards, it's about like retraining our brain to breathe properly, to utilize our muscles in our pelvic floor and how to strengthen that.
I'm like, oh,
yeah. Oh, girl, trust me. I'm teaching a series right now, and it's
like how to not
every time
pee when you sneeze.
Yes, we do pelvic floor flicks to practice that.
I love it.
It's like a thing, and I use it as a return to running readiness class, and it progresses. Yes, it's so awesome.
I didn't even know this was a thing.
Yes, I didn't either. I was really lucky when I was pregnant with Bo. I had a girl that I just connected with online. Again, here's the power of social media.
Yes.
It can be positive. She reached out to me and was like, hey, I would love for you to take my postpartum fitness class. If you would share about it, like I will offer you the class for free. And so I did. I took her class and I shared about it. And I was like, every single mother needs something like this in their lives, because we are released from our 6-week checkup and we're told, okay, you can go have sex. You're good.
Yeah. Go return to activities as normal.
Yeah. And there is nothing normal about your body 6 weeks postpartum. Mm-mm. Like there's just nothing normal about it. I will never forget the first time I tried to run after I had my daughter, Chloe, my oldest. I started running and I just peed. And I was like, what is also, I mean, granted, I was younger and it was way too soon. But like, I was like, what is happening to my body?
Right.
I had no idea. They don't tell you about this. Mm-mm. Not enough people talk about it. And so it took my 3rd baby being born for me to learn this. And afterwards I was like, okay. And I actually talked to, she had me connect with the owner of the company. And I was like, okay, I need to teach this too. So I started teaching. I actually started teaching this before I became a running coach. And now it's something that I offer to my runners. If once they have a baby, once they're ready to come back into coaching, the first 2 months will be postpartum recovery.
Wow.
I have 3 mamas in it right now that had babies between December and January.
And I'm sure it goes without saying, but like they must be like living their best life, like doing this with you. Yes. And like,
it's so fun.
I wish I knew about something like that.
I know, right? I'm telling you, like I would shout it from the rooftops.
Yeah, this is a proverbial rooftop. Yeah. Let's everyone go.
Everybody come learn about postpartum bodies. I don't know if there was something necessarily I found missing in the running world, but I do think there was something missing for women and pregnant and postpartum women. And I wanted to be able to bridge that gap and just I think of my clients as like friends, so I want them to feel comfortable with me to be able to tell me, whatever it is that I need to know to help them.
I'm in awe of you, and like not just necessarily the service you offer, but just the person you are to people.
Thank you.
And the safety you provide, because it's hard to look at somebody and say, I have this struggle, or this might prevent me from running. Like, that's really hard. And to be a person that people can come to and be safe with, it's incredible. It's a gift.
Thank you.
It's a gift. Oh my gosh. Yeah, succeed. I have to know.
Okay.
How do you mentally switch those gears between Coach Amy, business owner Amy, mom Amy, in the span of a few hours? Like, when you were telling us about when you're walking us through your day, I was thinking, like, how do you?
I mean, I will say this. I am far from perfect. And my poor kids sometimes get Coach Amy instead of Mom Amy.
Oh my God. Like, you can do it. And they're like, well, I'm just cleaning my room, Mom.
Oh, no, it'll be like in the mornings, okay, guys, like, we got this. Let's come on. We got to eat breakfast. Let's go. We've got 10 more minutes, So sometimes, like, the nurturing Amy isn't as present as the one that's like, let's go.
That's so real.
Yeah, no, I think it really, with time, it just comes naturally. It, like, you just do it.
Again, another trial and error.
It is. There's a lot, like, there is trial and error. Like I said, they get Coach Amy. Sometimes they get really tired, burnt out Amy. Like, towards the end of my marathon training cycle, when I was training to qualify for Boston, Chelsea, I was so tired and I was so hungry. All I wanted to do was lay around and eat. I was so hungry. Again, food is fuel. Fuel your body. So what did I do? I did eat. But tired Amy is less encouraging and less nurturing.
I get a little grumpy.
Right?
Are you grumpy sometimes?
I do get grumpy. And my poor husband, the one who's over here supporting me and letting me do this, he's usually the one that unfortunately gets the brunt of the grumpy Amy.
It's love.
It is. But yeah, I think just the switching of hats and going from one to another, it just comes with time and trial and error. Figure it out day to day.
And give yourself grace, I guess.
Yes, because some days are better than others. Not every day is a good day. I actually just did a career day at my sister-in-law's elementary school. It was so
That's precious.
I know. I loved it. And I asked all the kids, I was like, okay, has anybody here ever had a no good, very bad day? Every kid raises their hand. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, you know what? And that's okay. Everybody has a no good, very bad day every once in a while. And that's how runs are too. Some runs are good. Some runs are bad. Some days are good. Some days are bad. You have to just take it and weigh it and move on, right?
Yes. That's good advice for kids. Good advice for adults. I'm sitting here going I need that advice right now. I'm like, thank you, Coach Amy. Got to talk about Disney marathons.
Oh my gosh.
We got to switch. I mean, that's such a big part of what you do.
Yes.
Those are, I love all your videos, but those are some of my favorites when y'all are in your Disney transitions.
Girl, me too.
Oh my gosh. Okay. The outfits, the teams, the vibe. For someone who hasn't done one, what makes the atmosphere of a Disney race so different from a standard city marathon?
Okay. I could talk about
the obvious.
this. I could talk about this all day.
That's what editing's for. Just go.
Okay. So Run Disney is more than just a race. It is a community of people. Now, if you're going to your very first one, obviously it'll feel a little bit different, because if you don't have your people, if you don't know anyone, it takes a little bit to get involved. But everyone that loves Run Disney finds their people. They find their place in this community. So Run Disney is by far one of the most inclusive running communities you will ever experience. So races generally have a time cutoff, right? Sometimes that's like a 14-minute mile. Sometimes it's 15-minute mile. Run Disney's is a 16-minute mile.
Okay.
So you're looking at a much wider variety of runners that have the ability to do these races and finish them and feel strong. A lot of beginners will come in to Run Disney, right? So not only that, you get to run through Disney World.
That's so cool. Did you see the characters while you're running? Or are they just like, hey?
Oh my gosh, yes. So they have characters throughout the course. So I've actually listened to a podcast that interviewed one of the guys that's in charge of the Run Disney courses. And he says every mile they try to have at least 3 forms of entertainment.
Okay.
Whether that's music, characters, video screens, light shows. There's
That's
at
so
least
thoughtful.
it is. There's a lot of thought and planning that goes into these races, and you pay for the experience, right? This is experience based. Like, so yeah, there are characters like all throughout the course that you can either run by and wave to them or take a video while you're running, or you can stop and get pictures with them. And it's so fun.
That does give you so many options and allows you to kind of take a moment and soak in what's happening around you, and you're not just like trying to get done.
Yes.
It's kind of like the exact moment of like enjoying the journey.
Yes, exactly. And then you can also dress up when you do it.
Well, okay, so I know one of you had a viral.
Yes,
many, but like you have specifically a viral showgirl costume.
Yes, the life of a runner girl.
Tell us about that and lead it into all of the other things.
In October, obviously, Taylor Swift releases her Life of a Showgirl. And
all hail.
Me and my girlies, we are big Swifties. We were actually all together, funny enough, running in Utah when the Life of a Showgirl was released. And I was like, what if we did some sort of showgirl costume for the half at Disney? And usually we dress like as Disney characters, or each race has a theme, and we'll try to like stay on theme so that we get like picked, like they'll pick pictures to like share on social media, and like we try really hard to like be the ones that are picked.
Why wouldn't you?
Right?
It's part of the fun.
Exactly. And we're like, oh my gosh, this is it. Like everyone's gonna love this. I mean, it's Taylor.
Yeah.
And then we follow a girl named Jacqueline on social media. Again, see, power of social media. And she teaches cycle classes. And she had this phenomenal bedazzled top, sequin skirt that she was teaching her cycle class in, like as a showgirl. And I was like, this is what we need to do. And so I was the guinea pig. Because I like crafting. So I figured out, like, I looked at Jacqueline's top and I kind of found a way to make it my own, add some hidden Mickeys in there.
So cute.
And I took a picture of it. I sent it to my friends. I was like, all right, girls, recreate it. And so we all did it. And then we also had our friend, our show boy, or show dad, if you will. He's a girl dad.
Yeah.
Tony, he decided to run with us. And I did bedazzle his top for him.
As he should.
Well, I did say, I was like, Tony, I have a costume that you can join us in. I will make your costume, but you have to say yes before I tell you what it is.
I love that.
And he said yes. And I was like, okay, we're going to be Life of a Showgirl.
This is the kind of man that's invited to Run Club.
Exactly.
That's
That's
the kind of.
He's a gem.
That's what we need. We need that energy.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, that's amazing. So you always try to dress up. So besides that amazing, which once you go follow Amy on social media, because I know you will after this, you'll see like the feathers and I mean, it was incredible.
It's a lot of rhymes.
That is so creative. And way to keep it fun.
Yes.
Like, not that this wasn't already fun.
Right.
But like just keeping it so interesting and different and creative.
Like
I love that.
Yes.
That is like just one extra sprinkle of just fun.
Yes.
Do you ever like mid-run regret some of you're like, what was I?
One year we were chef princesses for wine and
like
dine.
Ratatouille?
So we were chefs, yeah.
Okay.
And so we had like chef coats on. But we were running in October in Florida.
I got sticky just thinking about that.
There was like an immense amount of sweat. Like,
but you commit?
Oh, we commit. Yeah.
You don't take it off?
No. I mean, you take it off like when you're not in the parks.
Well, yeah. But I meant during the run.
No, like you just do it. You suck it up.
Queen. You're a queen.
We're not running for time most of the time.
So do you stop for character photos personally?
Yes.
Yes.
So occasionally we'll run for time. This princess we did for the half.
Yeah.
And it's actually really fun to run fast at Disney too, with your friends.
Like, was that a character or was I just running too fast? I don't know. It's a blur.
Yeah.
Is that Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah,
I don't know.
right? Exactly.
Yellow blur.
We see them. We still stop for a castle photo because you went through Cinderella's castle at Princess. We had to stop for that. But yeah, we stop for characters.
We see the highlights on TikTok and, those moments. But do you ever wake up and just not want to run? Like, what goes through your head those days when you distinguish between needing a push and needing a rest? Because sometimes you wake up and you go, I'm actually going to listen to my body today and rest. Like, what's the difference for you?
Yes. No, that is so true. So there are many days that I don't want to do it. I will be completely honest. Waking up early is hard.
Yeah.
Now, granted, once you get out of bed your mind does shift a little bit.
Sure.
Physically getting out of the bed is like the first step. And then it's like, okay, once you're there, like I know who I am. I'm not going to go back to sleep. So as far as differentiating between getting it done and resting, it's different day to day, right? So if I am sick, let's play that, right? So
Okay,
this
that's
is
a good
big
example.
one because I have to talk to my runners about this a lot.
It's a great example.
All right, so you weigh it. Okay, where are you sick? Are you sick from your neck up, or are you sick from your neck down? If your illness is up in your head, think allergies, sinuses, congestion, ears. Running is actually going to make it better. So that running is it's like a natural decongestant, if you will.
Yeah.
So when you run, you'll start like sloughing it all out, right? I mean, you're going to be snotty.
Yeah.
Definitely recommend perfecting the snot rocket. It's an excellent life choice.
That's amazing.
Girl, runners are so gross.
I'm amazed. I am loving this interview.
Runners are gross. But yeah, so if it's in your head, get it, go run. If it is in your chest, if it is in your lungs, if you are coughing and it's that hack, that's when you need to rest.
Okay. What a great...
Yes, so you take it from the neck, up and down. If it's down, you rest because we don't mess with our lungs. It's much better to flush it out. So my husband's had a nasty cough for weeks and for 2 weeks. And he's training actually to run a race with me next weekend.
I love that.
But for 2 weeks, I was like, don't do it. It's you cannot run like this.
You're not doing yourself any favors.
No, exactly.
To force it.
And as far as training goes, if you're not sick, but you just feel exhausted and drained, honestly, some days you have to really listen to yourself. And if you find yourself really, really dreading it, I will either let myself sleep in and try it later, try to squeeze it in. And even if that means later in the evening, sometimes your body needs sleep because rest and recovery is just as important as the running is. And so you have to listen to your body. And if that means either shifting your runs a day, trying to get it done later in the day, or just nixing one.
Wow.
Just got to take it day by day. And sometimes that's what my clients will come to me. They'll be like, hey, I could not do this. Should I do it a different day? Should I not do it? Should I shift them? And I can help them kind of figure that out depending on where they are in their training cycle.
Sure. Because, they probably come to you sometimes to, hear, maybe they're looking for you to go, no, you need to get out there and run. Yeah. Sometimes you need someone to tell you.
Oh, you better believe I give them that.
Yeah, but then sometimes I feel like they need someone to be like, you're okay. Yeah. That's okay.
Yes.
Let's plan this.
Yes.
So you're so good. I'm like, should I go on a run after this?
Amy,
tell me what to do.
Another thing I told the kids when I was at Career Day is that as a coach, I get to be part teacher, part coach, but I'm also part cheerleader. And outside of Career Day in elementary school, I'm also part therapist. So
Facts.
I get to cheer people on. I get to encourage them and motivate them and help them push over those mental boundaries. And then I also get to play therapist, in my one-on-one calls that I have. That's why I say if I've had 6 of them in a day, it is very mentally exhausting.
Yeah.
I love talking to people. That's how I recharge. But, when you are playing therapist sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
It takes a lot out of you because, it's...
If you were my coach, I'd be crying. And not because you're but because of me. I'd be like, this is hard.
It is hard. Yeah.
But listening and although I know you love it, you're also giving a piece of yourself.
Yes. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, I would definitely cry. I'd probably cry on the runs.
But
I'm a crier. So.
I'm a crier too. I'm totally a crier.
I cry when I'm happy. I cry when I'm sad.
Yeah, same.
I love that you were just so real about that, by the way. Yeah. I really appreciate that.
I try. I
Yes.
try to be very, very real because it's not always easy.
No. And I feel like it's not that people need to see you struggle because they want to see the success and the wins, but it's so relatable.
Yes, that's it. And people want to be able to relate.
Yeah.
And if you can't relate, it doesn't feel tangible.
Yes. And you want it to be, we want everyone to feel like it's attainable for them.
Yes, absolutely.
I love that. After all the miles and training cycles, what is still your absolute favorite part about the act of running?
My favorite part is easily that it's something that I do for me. As a mom, especially, moms, we tend to give our entire selves to our children. And oftentimes we lose ourselves in motherhood. And running has always been something that I do for me. It's back when I even did my first half marathon. I literally did it for me to say that I could do that. And now it's a way for me as Amy to set goals and, try new things, travel new places. Running is the one thing that I get to do for me.
And that's so important.
It's so important. It's so important.
And I feel like that's one thing I consistently doing these interviews with so many amazing moms, non-moms and moms, but moms specifically will say like this thing for me.
Yes.
And they don't always get to do it or whatever, but like you're making
you have to make time for yourself, whatever that looks like. It doesn't have to be running or working out even, but like hobbies as a mom, I think are a game changer for our mental state.
Yeah. I also love what you're saying because I think as a mom, like having a community is important and what you do offers that as well.
Yes. I don't know where I would be without like my girls and my closest friends that I met I met them through Instagram because they also had a love of Disney and running. They live everywhere.
How cool.
Not one of them lives in Houston with me.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a special.
I bet y'all's group chat is amazing.
Oh my gosh, girl, it is.
But it's funny and motivating and
it is
like the best kind of mess.
It is definitely a mess, but we love it.
So your content ranges from serious tips, funny runner versus toddler clips. How much of your TikTok content is planned out versus like that impromptu, like while you're actually on a run, you're like, oh, this would be like a good.
Yeah. So that's a good question. I would say like 50-50. So obviously I have partnerships with brands and things like that.
Well deserved. Amazing.
Yes. So those I plan out. Sometimes they're still on the fly too, but I do want to make sure that what I'm doing for them is really valuable. So there's definitely more thought process that goes into it.
Fair.
Versus like on the run. I mean, so my friend Brenna and I also have another account that we do just to share our shenanigans, hence the toddlers, like toddlers as runners kind of thing.
So funny.
A lot of that we do on the fly. And sometimes it's just about like taking content while you're running. Like even if it's just like me filming myself.
Right.
Or
we can use it later.
Yeah, exactly. And then the ideas will come later, whether I see something and it sparks creativity or, a brand new idea like pops into our head. But I would say 50-50, about 50% planned, 50% on the fly. I do like still having that like on the go, like sporadic content.
Yeah.
Because again, back to like relatability, I think that is super relatable. People want to see you in your day to day and want to know like what's going on.
Yeah. I know I do.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
What's Amy
It's
doing
nosy.
right now?
I'm nosy. I want to know things.
I need to be encouraged. What is she doing?
Yeah.
Can I just tell you as a side note, you have, I don't know what it is. I feel like I picture, and this is what I picture, and this isn't what happens, but I picture you having your phone on a stand that wheels because your arm is so steady when you run and you're videoing yourself from up top.
Yes.
And you'll sometimes like, you'll put like that motivating quote on top or you'll say whatever. And I'm like, yeah.
Really
but like, your arm is so steady. And I've tried to video myself running and it's like.
So what you do is first of all, you put it, you don't do the forward facing camera. Like you do the normal camera. You put it in. Yes.
This is inside information.
You put it on 0.5 and then you grab the phone from like the front and you hold it out at you. And then you're getting the good side of the camera. And then you're getting the long angle, so it's not like too close. Because if I forget to film in 0.5, it's like jump scare.
So these are all the mistakes I've made, and I haven't posted them because I've thought about it and like wanting to tag you in it and be like, how do you do this?
Yes. So you hold it out nice and far in 0.5, and it's a game changer.
Okay, that's amazing. Also, though, it'll still probably not be as steady as yours because you're a pro. But like,
Core
that's
work.
amazing, and thank you. Look at you bringing in core.
Yeah.
we always need core, guys.
We do. Everybody
You want
needs
better
core.
TikToks and work on your
Work
core.
on your core.
Speaking of TikTok often rewards perfection, but your brand is about the real, the messy, the balancing act, if you will.
Yes.
How do you stay authentic to the struggles of motherhood and training while trying to grow your reach?
Yes. Okay. I think this goes back to relatability and authenticity, right? Yes, we get rewarded for the pretty thought out things, but people want the now. They want the story. They want to once they do follow you, that's who they're following. They're following the real, the now. I found that lately videos of me running with my daughter are the ones that everybody is loving.
Yes.
Because they want to know her journey and how she's doing it, right?
Yeah.
And I love that. So it's sharing just the random clips of us chatting while we're running. And I really actually think the raw footage and these more spur of the moment like TikToks are what people actually want.
Right. I see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I agree. And like you said, you want that beautiful thing, but also these moments people can relate to.
Like I saw you painting your toes the other day.
Yeah. And that was so random.
And that's it. Like that's it. That's what people want to see because that is so relatable.
Yeah.
Like we want to feel like we are on the same level as other people, right?
Yeah. Especially when I think on some level, not that I'm like, people look up to me at any, but like people you look up to.
Yeah.
You know, and you're like, oh, they're doing this thing that
I do
I do that too.
Yeah, exactly.
And you see yourself
Yes.
in the successful person.
Yes. Team day to day.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just show what you're doing.
But those turned out to be some of the most like beautiful moments. I love those videos with your daughter. Oh, I love it.
Too.
Actually, this goes perfectly
Love it.
into some of
Segue.
our yes. We see your daughter joining you for your run sometimes. What is the most rewarding part of sharing that passion with her? Besides the fact that she's your mini me.
Oh my gosh, she is like through and through. It's wild.
Well, side note, she helped us with like an event for school,
Yes.
and the way she works, she was like a work. She was amazing, and I just looked at her and I was like, you and your mom, like the same.
I know.
The amount of like just love you're putting into this, and like so. I just want you to know she
is very driven. So, background of my daughter, she's actually a competitive swimmer. So she swims year round, 5 days a week.
wow.
So running is actually her cross training.
Okay,
Right. And she started running when she was 7 because she wanted to do a Run Disney race with me. And I was like, let's go, girl. So she did her first Run Disney 5K when she was 8. She's done 3 now. And in December, we were at a swim meet and she said, hey, Mom, I want to run a 5K every month next year. And I was like, absolutely, let's go. And I'm immediately like, this is December. So I'm like, well, we have 2 weekends in January that we're free. Let me see if I can find a race. Right. And then after she did that first 5K, she said, do you think I could do a 10K? Absolutely.
you're like, is your mom Coach Amy?
Yeah, like she's more than capable. And honestly, it's such great endurance training for her in swimming. And so I was like, well, let's do it. Like, let's do it. I was like looking at our schedule and I was like, okay, April. We haven't chosen a race for April yet. And it was 75 degrees and like 95% humidity when we did it. It was just this past Saturday.
That sounds heavy.
It was thick. Oh, it was thick. But she still crushed it.
Of course
she blew me away. Like she set a goal and I said to her, I was like, okay, Chloe, do we just want to run this based on how you feel, or do you want me to push you to hit this goal?
I love that you asked that.
Yeah, I mean, because no matter what, the thing I told her, I was like, what you do will be a PR, personal record, right? No matter what you do, you've never done this before. Mm-hmm. So we have 2 choices. It's to just run and slow down when you feel like you need to slow down, or we set this goal. Her goal was a 10-minute mile. And when it gets tough, I'm going to keep pushing you. And she's like, I want to hit the goal. And she surpassed it.
Yes, she did. Oh, you must be so proud.
I was so proud. I was so proud. It was a really awesome experience. So I love getting to share it with her. And a lot of people will think like, oh, well, you say that you do running for you. Like when you run with her, does that take out like the you time, right?
Wait, that's a great question. Let's pretend that was my question.
Right?
Okay, go ahead. That's a great question.
But I don't feel like it does because I mean, she's running once a week.
Right.
I'm running right now 4 times a week. So I actually look at it's just a mindset shift, right?
Yeah.
Instead of having that me time, I get the one-on-one time with her.
Which is a gift.
It really is.
And something
It
you
is.
guys can carry through in your lives.
And we're not bickering when we're running.
Oh, yeah, you can't. No, we usually, if you do, you're like, we're going to step up the pace. We can't talk.
Right? Like preteen girls, like, whoo, they're fun.
Yeah.
And so it's just an opportunity. And like I said, it's a mindset shift.
Yeah. That's amazing. I love that. When your kids, because you have 3 kids.
Yes.
When they see you doing these things, when they are watching you hit these goals, or when you're motivating them to hit their own goals, what are things you want them to see? Like what do you want them to know about what you're doing?
I want them to see a mom that is strong, that is capable, and that a mom that can do hard things. It goes right back to my mantra. I want them to see me out there pushing myself, challenging myself, doing things that are hard so that they know that they are just as capable. I joke that my kids are like professional spectators because, again, props to my husband. He comes out to most of my races and they are there cheering me on. I just did High Rocks a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
Or maybe like that was only a week ago. I don't even know now.
It's okay. You're trying to block it out.
Yeah, pretty much. But like they all came out and they're going from one station to the next, watching me ready. They make signs, like all the things. So, I mean, I just want them to know that they are just as capable of doing these things, but it takes work. So I want them not just seeing me on race day, putting in like, you know, like doing it race day, but like actually putting in the work day to day.
I also, just as a side note, something you just said, I really loved, and I wanted to say it again. I love that they're your professional spectators.
Yes.
Because I feel like as a parent, we are constantly being the cheerleader for our kids.
Yep.
And, you know, sometimes they're cheerleaders for each other at their games and their things like that. But like getting to be cheerleaders for you and seeing that like my mom is a person who's killing it at life, but my mom's a person and I'm going to cheer for her. I think that is a gift that you're giving them to like be able to see. And I don't know if they've ever clocked that, but I clock that right now.
Right. And it may not be something they clock now, but maybe they do clock it. Like, even if it doesn't come until they're in college and they realize it.
Yeah.
I think that you're right. That is something really important. And I never actually thought about how good that is for them.
Yes. And for you
Yeah.
to not only be the cheerleader, but to have your family who you work so hard for every day come and cheer you on.
Yes.
I
know. It means so much when they're there.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yes. I can't imagine the extra motivation it is to like see them out there like watching you.
Like there's a joke in the running community, spectators save lives.
So true.
Because it's even if it's not someone you know. Like the Chicago Marathon, I ran with my name on my sports bra. And I heard my name the entire 26.2 miles.
I just got chills.
I know, I'm telling you, like it is wild. Spectators save lives. And then when it's somebody you know, like I cried. When I ran the Dallas Marathon, it was the first time I was chasing my sub 4-hour marathon after a decade of not hitting it.
Right.
My brother lived in Dallas at the time, and I didn't know. I had told him about my race. He's busy. He was in med school.
Yeah.
I didn't know if he would be there. And at mile 18,
Stop.
I know, I'm going to get teary-eyed thinking about it. My friend Brenna, who I was running with, she goes, Amy, do you know that tall guy on the hill? And it was my brother and his wife up there, like, yelling, go, Amy. And I just started bawling because, like, he was there. Like, he took the time out of his day to see me for, like, 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And so spectators, they save lives. Give you the boost that you need.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Oh,
I know.
I'm like,
Gosh, I'm so sappy.
I love it.
Speaking of crying all the
No,
time.
I love it. That was gorgeous. Let's do a little change in pace.
Okay.
And do a couple rapid fire questions before we end our day. So, okay, current favorite like marathon training shoe?
Brooks Hyperion Max 3.
Love. Okay, I love how you like.
Oh, I know this one. I got my shoes down.
Yes, you kind of have to.
Yes.
You kind of have to. Do you run through shoes very quickly, by the way? Like no pun intended, do you?
Well, because Brooks sponsors me, I get shoes from them pretty often.
Amazing. You're like, I wouldn't know.
But yes, I mean, I do. I just happen to not have to pay for most of them, which is
gorgeous.
Really nice.
Gorgeous. The fuel. Okay, so chewable, drinkable, whole food like a banana. Like,
okay.
I had to do. When I saw gels, and you mentioned it too, I was like, what is that?
Yes. Gels. Gels are what I use in my training. Specific gel, I like the Power Bar gel because it's not as thick. So some are like Jell-O, some are more like pudding consistency.
Okay.
And some are like more liquidy.
Does it taste good?
It depends on the
You're
day.
like, I don't really know.
I try not to think about it.
That's
too
fair.
much.
Okay. At that point, you're really thinking fuel.
It's fuel.
Fuel.
It's literally the carbs that you need, the glucose that you need to make your body go.
Okay.
Yes. So I would say gels are my go-to, unless I'm like party pacing, which is what we call like when we run at Disney, like for funsies.
Yeah.
Party pacing, like give me a chew because that's like eating candy.
We have time for a Pop-Tart. We have time for a pretzel. We have, yeah. Oh my God, I just pictured you running with a Mickey pretzel.
My friend Brenna did get a Mickey pretzel at the end of the marathon a couple of years ago.
That's amazing. Not that you earned food, but she earned it.
Yes, exactly.
The vibe for your runs, like when you're like, let's say you're training. Okay, are you podcast, silence, like loud T Swift? What are you?
Give me an audiobook all day, every day.
Really?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Now, if I'm doing speed work, I need songs. I need music because I need to focus on what I'm doing, not on something else. Like if I listen to a podcast or an audiobook when I'm like pushing it, I like will black out and not know what they were saying.
Because you're like, I have all my mental energy going to like moving forward.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like depends on the thing. So your Disney choice, character photos or new PR?
Oh my gosh, give me character photos and party face all day.
This isn't the place for you to PR.
No, occasionally, like I said, occasionally.
Right.
Every once in a while.
Yeah.
But no, like.
But we can PR other places.
Again, like you pay for the premium for the experience. And the faster you go, the less you get to be in the experience.
That's so true. Okay.
Yeah.
The maths.
Exactly.
Post-race treat. Your must-have meal at Disney after a marathon.
Oh, Mickey waffles all day, every day.
That sounds amazing.
A Mickey waffle. Or if I'm staying at French Quarter, the Mickey beignets.
I just got real serious. I don't play with a beignet.
Oh my gosh. We stayed there marathon weekend and had them.
I'm really hungry
every
now.
single day.
As you should. I would pop one in my bag, pull it out during the race.
They were a delight after the marathon and half marathon.
That's awesome.
Yes.
After a marathon, do you just like fall over? Do y'all go do stuff? Do you just like go rest or do you?
No, we do stuff.
Amazing.
It's actually better to move around after a marathon.
That's good.
You don't let the lactic acid settle and then you're less sore going
that
forward.
makes sense. That makes sense.
Yep.
Okay, bucket list. One major marathon you haven't run yet.
Boston Marathon. So it's like the unicorn.
I hear so much about it. Yeah.
It's so you have to qualify.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah. So that's this whole like Boston qualifying time is like the time that you get. And once you qualify in September, you get to put your name into the qualifier hat, if you will. And then they take X number of the fastest ones. So just because you qualify doesn't mean you get to run it necessarily.
Whoa.
So like I qualified in November. I don't get to put my name.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's huge.
I don't get to put my name in the hat until September.
Okay.
And then by mid-September, I'll know. They'll tell you the buffer is what they call it. And it's how much faster you needed to run than the Boston qualifying time to actually get in.
I'm going to follow up with you on this because I'm very interested.
I'm just kind of going into it with my goal was to get a 3:30 period. And I ran 2 minutes faster than that.
That's amazing.
Yeah, exactly. So that was the goal. And I did that.
Right.
When I turned 40, I get 5 extra minutes on my qualifying time.
Stop.
So,
That's amazing.
Yeah, so it's like 35 to 39, and I turn 40 next year, they say. And so next year I figured, I was like, well, I might as well try again next year. I have an extra 5 minutes.
Keep going.
And if I can run a little faster, then I should
that's
get
true.
in. Yeah.
Like you just keep improving.
Yeah. So, I mean, if I can't run a 2027 Boston Marathon, I'm coming for the 2029 one.
Okay. So with that being said, the last question I have for you is there anything you're training for at the moment? Or are you just in a constant state of like training?
No, I mean, right now I've just been doing half marathons. So I actually have a half marathon this weekend.
Yay.
My Mother's Day gift was from last year. I asked my husband to plan a race in a state that I've never ran in before. And I wanted him to book the flights, book the hotel, get the race, like do everything. I didn't want to do it. I just wanted to not have to do it.
It's like a princess run.
Yes, exactly.
Like, yeah.
I get to be the passenger princess.
Yes.
And it's finally this weekend. Okay. Also happens to be our anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
14 years?
16.
16. Sorry, bad at math.
That's okay. You're good. Yeah, so 16 years. And I haven't really verbalized this, but I think I'm just going to like send it and see what happens.
Yeah.
I was going to just run with him, but then I was like, the weather's really great. So maybe I just try. I haven't been training to PR a half. So,
okay.
I mean, it'll be a stretch, but like sometimes you can just do it.
Yeah.
So
if anyone can.
We'll see what happens. I mean, I'm going into it realistically, and we'll just see what happens.
Yeah. Who needs realism in that moment? Just
exactly.
like, I can do anything.
I mean, you can run fast and have fun.
Yes. I love that.
Yeah.
I'm going to change it. You can run fast and have fun.
Those are the wise words of a 7-year-old. She told me that a couple years ago. And she's like, well, why can't you run fast and have fun? And I was like, Scotty P,
stop.
That's it right there. That's it. And so that's what I always tell myself. Like, you can run fast and have fun.
That's beautiful.
Yep. These kids.
That's amazing. I have to tell you, I have loved talking with you today.
Same.
I feel so encouraged. I feel like I learned so much about you, and I just feel so lucky to know you.
Likewise. Friend.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Thank you for just being a motivator. Thank you for being who you are and motivating the people around you just by existing. And thank you for spending time with us today.
And thank you for making me feel so good about myself.
Oh my gosh, easy to. I'm just saying what I see.
I appreciate it, Chelsea.
I'm just saying
seriously.
what I see. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram as Amy's Balancing Act.
Yes.
On TikTok as Amy's Balancing Act.
Consistency.
Yes, consistency at its finest. That's probably where you will find me the most.
And if they wanted to reach out to you, would those be?
Yeah, absolutely. Find me on there, shoot me a message, and I can get you my information if you're interested in coaching.
Oh, why wouldn't they be? Why wouldn't they be? You're amazing. Thank you again.
Thank you so
for
much,
being
Chelsea.
here. Yay.